This is John Lyng bringing you greetings today. Um, we're trying something here that may be of interest. We hope it is. I have spent just about all my life involved in different public issues in the city of Hannibal and the surrounding area. And we thought that maybe it would be a good idea to have a discussion of issues that bear upon the citizens of Hannibal and their government. There are lots of governments that we're going to be dealing with: the city government, the school board, the county, and the various boards and commissions that we have, such as the nursing home board or the ambulance board or the 911 board or the health department board. And that's not a complete list. But the thought and the purpose is to see if we can examine ways where things can be made better. We're not here for the purpose of offering criticism, which is a very popular sport in Hannibal, Missouri, although some of the things we say will probably be taken as critical. We hope if it is, it's constructive criticism. So what we're going to try to do, as far as we can, is to spotlight issues that have to do with our community and some of the things that maybe we could do to make our community better. We hope, if you're watching this, by whatever means, that you will be a part of what we're trying to do, that you will let us know what you think, that you'll give us your opinion, make suggestions perhaps on topics that we could cover. So with that, we're going to start in with the first topic that we're going to deal with in this series. Now, our topic for today is going to be the Hannibal Board of Public Works and their rate system. For background, the Board of Public Works is in charge of the municipal utilities in Hannibal: electric, water, and wastewater. And the residents of Hannibal all get a monthly bill for those services. The city charter, which is supposed to govern how the city government operates, states that the members of the Board of Public Works, and there are 4 of those, they're appointed, they are to set the rates for electric, water, and wastewater. And what they do, if you're unaware, is they charge for electricity by the kilowatt hour, they charge for water by the gallon, but with the water and the wastewater, they just charge twice. And it's the same number of gallons just about on everybody's bill. The difficulty that we hope to address is the fact that there's a disagreement about Board of Public Works rates. The Board of Public Works, for a number of years, not forever, but for a number of years, has charged a flat, what they call customer charge, for each of those 3 services on each bill. For example, for a residential service, the customer charge is $23.25 a month. So for a customer of the Board of Public Works, that comes to $279.06 every year. The reason that it may not be a rate is because you get nothing for paying that charge. All you do is get the privilege of being a customer of the municipal utility that you own. So the question is, should the Board of Public Works have a rate for electricity per kilowatt hour and a rate for water, even if it's charged twice, per gallon, and not have a customer charge, or what some have called a meter tax? And that is a matter that has been taken up with the Board of Public Works a number of times, and the administration of the Board of Public Works, anyway, takes the position that they have to cover their fixed costs with that meter tax or customer charge. Now, in the competitive world of private business, businesses can't do that. For example, a store in Hannibal can't say, well, in order to come in and shop at our store, we're going to charge you $5 to walk through the door. In a competitive world, that doesn't work. But when you have a situation where you're dealing with a monopoly, like the Board of Public Works, it does, unless the citizens decide that some other system needs to be put in place. So there are a number of things we're going to talk about that have to do with the effect of these charges, customer charge or meter tax, as they apply to the citizens of Hannibal and the various divisions of customers of the Board of Public Works. And to preview that, the Board of Public Works has residential customers. There are somewhere in the range of 7,400 of those. They have commercial, which are better described as non-residential, because you have to pay a commercial rate even if your property is not a residence, even if you don't use it for business. Then they have industrial customers, and that's kind of a flexible definition. There's about 80 to 90 industrial customers and somewhere in the range of 8 to 10 large industrial customers. An industrial customer could be anyone from Long John Silver's Fish Shop on Highway 61 or the Clover Road Christian Church. A large industry could be the Hannibal School Board or General Mills or any other big user of electric and water. And so, as we get into it, we'll be talking about the effect of the customer charge on who pays for what with the Board of Public Works. Let me add to a statement that I made earlier. The electric customer charge is $23.25 a month. But in addition to that, the Board of Public Works charges $26.80 a month for a water customer charge and another charge of $11 a month for sewer service. This brings the charges on every household's monthly bill to $61.05, or an annual tax of $732.60. I imagine that some Hannibal Board of Public Works customers can barely afford that amount, especially when it's added to the cost of electric, water, and sewer service that they have to pay for. By using the customer charge system rather than a straight rate, the board transfers a significant portion of its cost of operation from the so-called industrial customers to ordinary citizens of Hannibal like you and me. You should have seen the accompanying graph showing that industrial customers use half of the electric power that the board sells, but they pay less than 10% of the total customer charge that the board collects. On the other hand, the residents of Hannibal use a third of the total electric power, but they pay over 70% of the board's overhead costs. These same percentages and variations generally apply to both water and sewer charges. The commercial customers, measured in percent of use and percent of customer charge, come very close to breaking even. If you think this flat tax system isn't fair, I agree with you. It results in overcharging the class of customers least likely to be able to afford to subsidize the big users. And the big users are the ones that have the greater power to pay their fair share. It also makes the residential users in smaller homes and in more modest financial situations subsidize those with larger homes that have a greater demand for electric and water, both for potable water and for wastewater. So these smaller customers are also subsidizing the larger residential customers. If the board adopted a fair rate for both electric and water and made it applicable to all customers and eliminated the customer charge or meter tax, who could complain that they were not being treated fairly? There's a lot more to discuss about the Board of Public Works and what it does and its charges, and we may do that after we've had an opportunity to hear the responses or comments that you might have to provide for us. Until then, we want to thank you for your kind attention to this program and look forward to providing others in the future.